Hello, this is CJ Martinez giving you another time lapse. I'm also known as the Ceeej with three E's. Aside from that, let's get to it. Boom, I gave you an outline. I apologize, but for some reason on this time lapse, I missed a few recordings. I've been kind of all over the place, so it may jump forward at extreme speed. Outside from that, let's talk about this painting. So this painting is based on John Carpenter's The Thing, and I am painting The Thing. There's a dog coming out of his gut, his head splitting into a jaw, and there's multiple arms with some weird eyeball on the shoulder. And I saw this image and I was like, okay, let's find another image. And somehow I saw there was an action figure that was made for it. And I just kind of used the picture of the action figure to actually go ahead and paint this painting. So I didn't go frame to frame, but there's a lot of little details. I had to really go in with all the tendons in his chest, had to go in with all the little flesh hanging off, the dog coming out, looking all kind of like semi-weak, but just creepy and strong somehow. The weird raptor arms with the claws. I needed to make sure I have his emotion right to where, like, if you look at his face and you know the movie The Thing, you'll hear that twisted sound that you would hear the thing make, which just, I don't know how to describe it, except if you heard it, you'd just be creeped out. Aside from that, more detail just coming along. It kind of zoomed in a little bit more. I just kind of bounced back and forth between flesh tones. And then I go into the reds, then I go into the whites and blacks, and then I start kind of bouncing back and forth until I actually define the entire feature. Aside from that, let's talk about how I do the blacklight. The paint I'm using is a combination of a UV white paint, orange and yellow, and then also a glow-in-the-dark pigment which I add on into it. I just mix it in very thoroughly, and then I start adding it in. So everything that I'm painting on this part is actually going to glow in the dark when you turn up the lights. And because of that pigment, which is extremely strong, it actually glows for quite a long while. Especially if you have a night light in the room, that thing will haunt you all night. Either way, let's talk about where this piece will be. So on October 2nd, 2020, Horrorgasm 2020 is going to be going on with a virtual con, in which everything horror is going to be going on. So most of the time they would have a convention here in San Diego in which it would be a celebration of horror. Last year was a blast, but unfortunately due to COVID restrictions, now we have to do it virtually. So I'm going to be participating. I'll have three pieces, this one along with another Thing piece, as well as an American Werewolf in London piece, which is wicked. Outside from that, I will also have my own store on there available. So I've recently been working on a store since I haven't been on YouTube recently, and now it is up and running. It is on Art Loop. But I have also been working on a website too. So I have a website with a link to everything, which I will have down below. Have a link to my store, have a link to everything, social media, everything. Aside from that, I have been on and off with painting and then also working on some special effects makeup for some indie films. But aside from that, I'm getting into the final effect in which I'm adding into my painting right now, since I'm kind of rambling on, and it is the fire. So early on in the painting, I started adding smoke in the background, and the smoke actually is illuminated by the fire, which is in front of the thing. So I wanted to illuminate that and also have more intense light where the light would reflect off the thing. So primarily on the left side, you'll see a lot of orange. And then like somehow the orange paint is kind of glowing a little greenish on the camera. But it's still looking rather defined, and that's exactly where I was going. And then you'll see the light go on, light go off, so I can kind of see how it looks in regular light and in the black light. And I just wanted to create more depth by adding more or less paint. Either way, I hope you're enjoying this painting. I still apologize if there's some missing frames. If there's any questions, or if you like this video, feel free to subscribe, like my video, shoot me a comment, whether it be good or bad. I like doing paintings. I've heard it all. So if you like horror, this painting will be going on. And once again, it will be at Horrorgasm 2020 Virtual Con on October 2nd. All links will be below, social media below. So definitely check it out. I'll have some stills at the end of this video, so you can definitely check it out in full detail. And if you follow my Instagram, I'll have some posts pretty soon of the finished piece, so you can, get a little more, in-depth look, aside from me actually just painting it in this process. So thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy the rest of this, the final little touches.